You tell me, Sheikh. Like when we look at it even linguistically, clinging to the dunya, even linguistically and from a Sharia perspective, why is that such a pipe dream? Why is that such a pipe dream to just cling to the dunya, Sheikh? You tell me.
Well, it is. It's not something that's going to last, right? Anything. If you look, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lift all of us. If you look behind you after using the bathroom, or when you take your garbage out, that is the dunya. It's just showing you how it recycles itself. It comes in nice packages that we get from the stores, and that's the way it ends. And we, in ourselves, this is the way we're going to end. So it's very, very important. The way you explain the uzla is really important for people to understand it, because we have a lot of uzla now because everybody is on their phone. Even when two people are sitting in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba, if you see somebody is quiet and they are not talking to you, it's because they are praising Allah. But today, if you see somebody is quiet, they are not talking to you, it's because they are trying to see how they are doing on social media or how somebody else is doing.
Isn't it so insulting, Sheikh, like that you give preference to somebody who's not in your presence? Okay, so a person's in your presence right in front of you. It's like saying, hey, listen, on my priority list, even though you're in front of me physically, one second, like I understand people do a lot of business and whatnot. I think there should be etiquette. Like if you have to really deal with something, say like, can I have your permission? Can you excuse me? I just need to deal with something. I still think we should normalize this. Like 1 minute. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like at least say, can you let me deal, with this, and then it's a sad situation we are in right now. So using I think it's a time of so what you said is really a reflective statements you make there, because we have that time. The introduction of the individual phone shows that people really do have time in their hands. It's just how they use it. So this is to say, when you're sitting, use the time. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to sit with Sahaba, and they will catch him saying astaghfirullah like 70 times. That is his silent times. So it's very, very important for us. And this is the time also when we are scared of what is going to happen and we are so apprehensive. Why don't you resort, like you said in your introduction, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Why don't you read Qul a'udhu rabbil falaq? Al-falaq means the opening, and think of that opening and bring the meaning of the surah into your life. Why don't you read Qul a'udhu rabbin nas if you are afraid? Why don't you read Qul huwallah? Because the fear is put in us. One of the reasons why we should be afraid is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to resort to Him when we are afraid. So if you are scared, resort to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you resort to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you come out of that with increased iman. Very, very important. And I just want also my brothers to know that we can't alarm ourselves too much with this situation, because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said to us, he told Ibn Abbas, he said, وَعَلَمْ أَنَّ الْأُمَّةَ لَوْ اجْتَمَعَتْ. Know that if all of the ummah were together in order for them to benefit you with something, they will not benefit you except with something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for you. And vice versa. If they want to do something wrong to you, they can't except what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for you. So and Sheikh, we see that that hadith, I think, is so powerful when we just observe the world around us. How many kings, how many tyrants, how many celebrities, they had unlimited resources.
That's right.
They have a legion of fans, and even they would have people who would give their life for them. They can't do it. They can't save themselves. They can't save themselves, Sheikh. And then you have people that you would think, okay, this is the most poor person, nobody can save them, they have no protection, and because Allah wills it, no harm came to them, and they were protected, and they were able to go through their tribulation. I think that hadith is powerful, Sheikh.
It's a powerful hadith. And as Muslims, I think if we develop that quality of assuring ourselves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's presence and His protection and His mercy, we can share that with our brothers and sisters who are thinking of it only materially. But if we are the first materialistic people and we are the one that are worried more than everybody else, then we have nothing to give. We have nothing to give, really. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us.